we've got a 1996 Yamaha yz250 frame and subframe. They belong to a very good friend, so they've come in for a bit of work prior to getting them both powder coated. There needs to be a little bit of fabrication work done. If you want to come in and have a look here. This bracing across the subframe here is cracked where it joins the main tubing. So I'm going to blast this in the cabinet with some glass bead just around this area to remove the paint, and I'll get the TIG welder in here and try and fix that up for him. The main frame itself is also to be powder coated. On the lower frame rails here, if you have a look here, you can see there's some holes and some wear points where it's worn out, so I don't know how bad this is going to end up being. I'll hit this with a wire wheel in this area on both sides, and then I will well, we may just put the TIG on here, put a bit of heat into it and see how it reacts. There's actually a crack that runs forward to about here, just there. So we'll see how it works out. We'll put some heat into it, we'll try and fix it up. It may need plating just here, we'll see. So, lastly, what we'll do is there's some frame drainage holes here. We will clear those, make sure they're clear, and we'll probably put a drainage hole on these outers out here as well, just to stop any future, well, potential corrosion or water build-up in the frame tubes prior to powder coating. We'll get those things fixed up. Cracked here. You can see the damage there, so we'll try and straighten this up. You can see it's bent forward, so we'll try and push it back that way and also twist it this way a little bit and straighten it up, fix this up and remediate that. I might actually come in with the TIG and put a weld along the bottom side of this as well. We'll weld that and then come back in on the top side. It actually hasn't cracked the weld, it's just cracked the material itself. Oh, it has actually cracked the weld just on that side, so we'll TIG it up just there as well. Come in a bit closer. So if we have a look here, you can see the factory drain holes with the frame tubes. You can see they're all blocked with obviously oil, grease, dirt, mud, whatever. You can see the frame's been a bit bashed around in these places on the underside of the bike. You can see that these have obviously worn through or corroded through from the inside. So these tubes have been holding moisture, water, mud. This one here, and especially this one on this side here, you can see it's quite bad along here. I've spoken to my friend and he just wants to do a repair on the frame for now, do what we can. It's not going to be a restoration as such. It is going to look nice and look good, but he doesn't want to be, and it's a bit hard to drop out any of this tubing here. So if I need to plate it just here, I will. If I can get away with TIG welding it and like linishing it back or flap disking it back, that's the way we'll go. So right now, since I've cleaned it up, I'll probably get a die grinder possibly in a few of these spots, punch it in a bit, and we'll get the TIG on it and we'll see what we get. You can see that was a pinhole that I've just welded up. It's very thin. The frame tubing is, well, it's 30 years old and a two-stroke dirt bike, so it's pretty thin. I've done what I can. I'll get the flap disc on that and knock that back and we'll see what we have. Hopefully it's going to be okay. Up here, these areas are going to be trying up here where it's so thin, and I just need to keep my amperage low and hopefully build it up, and my friend will be happy with it. So it'll have to do for now. Let's see how we go. Welding, so here we go. I'll do these other small parts. I'll finish off over here last. If it needs plating, well, I'll have to assess it when I get to it. going to be ugly. Welding is just blowing big holes out in it everywhere. It's pretty ugly. I'll try this one, and this one I'm going to have to cut the side out with the cutting disc and patch that side. It's just a real mess. Going to put the cutting disc on the grinder, cut this whole piece out, make a bit of steel and fit it in. Right, let the file back on it. Can you see if I get that light? Can you see in there? See, I've cut this section out. Can you see if I get in here and just flick this, all this dirt and mud coming off there? So when I try to weld that up, all that stuff is trying to bubble up inside my weld and make it quite horrible. So with the metal being very thin, as well as having obviously rust and corrosion in here, which it does have, if you have a look down in there, see if you can get a magnet in there in a minute to get some of that out, but it's obviously been somewhat neglected. But it'll do what my friend wants it to do, this bike, but to try and get a better weld, we need to get most of this off here, so that when I hit it with the TIG, it doesn't pull all this shit up into the weld, which it was trying to do on the other side. Makes it challenging to try and get a nice weld. So it just contaminates everything. Rust, bit of oil, bit of grease, dirt. The more we can get out of the way, the better. So you can't really get any solvents in here to clean it, because we're about to heat it up to the TIG welder. We could, but it risks running down inside the frame everywhere, and then I'm going to put heat or a flame to it. It's probably not a good idea. So there's been water in here for a long time. And these, have a look in here. These drain tubes. They're chock-a-block full of mud and grease and never been cleaned out. And this is the problem. If you don't keep these clear, this is the problems that you're going to get. So there's been water in this tubing, there's been water in these tubings, because someone hasn't looked after their motorcycle probably as good as they should have. Laziness. You get home, use the bike, get it filthy dirty, and not look after things, I suppose. Each to their own. And it is 30 years old, so hey, it's been well used. It's been well used. Maybe well loved, who knows. Clean most of that off. I'll see if I can get a little Dremel in there with a little wire wheel on there and clean it up even more. And we'll go from there. This is going to make the fume come out. Going to cook all this paint, all the grease and shit that's in it. No shit, just broke. There's no more welding today. No more welding today. I'm going to buy more welding torches. It's just broken, hopefully it'll be on tomorrow. Time to pack up. I've had enough anyway. It's pretty ugly. It'll come up alright, but there's it's got some shit in there, in that weld. You see here, just stuff getting pulled up, these pinholes everywhere along here. Stuff getting pulled up into the weld when you taper off, it's just so much crap in the weld. We can only do what we can do, but it just makes it so hard to weld it. We'll give it another clean out along this side. It's pretty good along here, a couple of little pinholes, I reckon we'll cook those out. This is the worst spot just here, a couple of spots there. There's only like 3 or 4 bad spots, but I don't know what's happened. My welding torch has just failed, so I'll go and get some spare parts for that tomorrow. I need to finish welding this piece just here. In the meantime, I'll give it a clean up, clean all the crap off it. Come back tomorrow and we'll give it another hit, give it another try. I'll get the flat disc on it now, clean it up, see how it looks, and then we'll go again tomorrow. So you can see I've TIG welded up this spot here. We'll hit that with a like a 3M disc just to smooth that out a bit. Again over here, this has been hit, we need to smooth that out. Here, another weld here and another one here. So these ones are all pretty good, 1, 2, 3, 4. The main part which I thought would be the problem was over this side. So I've plated this with a piece of 3mm steel along here, just 3mm thick, so 1/8 of an inch thick. 10 millimeters wide or 3/8 of an inch wide. It's welded out pretty good. You can see that there's some pinholes along in this section here is the worst of it. So on my TIG torch, my WP26 torch it's broken, it's come apart, so I need to get some spare parts for that. Hopefully get those tomorrow, and I'll come in and I'll just try and sweat these pieces out. I'll go over these a couple of times. I'll probably preheat it with the map torch. And again on this side there's a couple of spots here, one there, a few tiny ones here, here and here. We'll try and cook most of that crap out of there. That's all just impurities in the weld. Maybe even drill them out. Then we'll go back over it again. And I've got to finally weld it up along the end up here. Once I've done all this, I'll do a final weld up there. For the most part it looks good, and it should turn out okay. It's going to be good enough for what he wants to do with the bike anyway.